Tula! It's Southern California's wine country, only an hour away from San Diego and 90 minutes away from LA.
It's a perfect place to come if you've been to California a few times and you want to try something new. It's also perfect if you like food, wine, and kind of pretending you're roaming around a Western film set. Let's do it!
You may not have heard of Temecula before, and that's okay, because it only had a population of 350 people just up until 1970. By the millennium, it had grown to 50,000, and just 10 years later, it doubled to 100,000.
Temecula Valley is rich with history. We actually started with the Native Americans that dwelled in this area, and then later the cattle ranches came. So what's now vineyards was all cattle ranches. And those riders would come into Old Town and they did all their shopping, and everything that they needed was in Old Town. And after the cattle ranches, in 1968, the first vineyards were planted. So just over 50 years, and there was a population of only a few hundred people back then. So it hasn't been long, and this area has just exploded.
It's now firmly on the map and an easy getaway for anyone in the San Diego, LA, and Orange County areas. There are 3 very different places for you to explore: wine country, Old Town, and the Pechanga Resort and Casino, which has the same level of luxury as Las Vegas. It means there really is something for everyone. In this video, we're going to show you what you can do with kids here. First up, one of the best children's museums I've ever been to. Penny Pickle's workshop looks very normal from the outside, but that changes as soon as you walk through these doors. Sam sat in a chair which initiated a time travel sequence to reveal a hidden portal in the fireplace.
We have to go in here.
This has to be the most wacky and interactive science museum in the world.
Oh!
Ready? Look at mine.
Very quickly, we suspended all reality and we were in the hands of Professor Picklepenny and his interactive laboratory. Everything is visually interesting or highly interactive, and you're encouraged to touch all of the exhibits. Some of the rooms are connected with secret passages.
You're gonna get stuck in there!
There's no way the kids are having all the fun. This is one of those places where the kids don't even realise they're learning. It really makes science fun.
Which one is me?
We had way too many children.
Wow, a concert of Reilly's.
They're forced to question physics. And they got to watch some real-time experiments. I just hope Dylan isn't getting any ideas from this. If you're looking to learn more about the history of the area, head to Temecula Valley Museum. It's free to enter, but a donation is encouraged.
A lot of people think of Temecula as a new town, but it's not new at all. There's been Native Americans in this area for the last 6,000 years. The name Temecula is even derived from a Native American word, and it's great to see that history showcased in the Temecula Valley Museum.
Downstairs is a traditional museum, but up the stairs you'll find a kids' version of Old Town.
Hi! What would you like to buy?
Please can I have some oranges and bananas for today, please?
Okay. $1.
Thank you very much, bye-bye.
There's also an exhibit on Earl Stanley Gardner, who wrote the Perry Mason novels. Let's go into the real Old Town now. In other places, this architecture has been recreated and is more of a tourist attraction. But in Temecula, because it's only boomed recently, these are the originals.
Old Town Temecula is a historic walking district, so there's a lot of buildings from the late 1800s, and they have plaques on them so you could read about the history. These places have been repurposed for restaurants, for museums, for speakeasies. It's full of character.
It's great fun to amble down Main Street and people watch. There are loads of tasting rooms and great restaurants tempting you inside. We wanted to check out the Swing Inn because we'd heard about its amazing barbecue and its famous owner.
I'm not just saying this because I'm on camera, but this might actually be one of the best meals I've ever had in my whole life. It's really good. The barbecue sauce is like the perfect amount of sweetness, everything. And that's not even mentioning the smoked meat that was smoked for 16 hours.
This place is owned by Dean Norris, who you probably remember as Hank from Breaking Bad. Bryan Cranston has of course been to visit. Neither were around when we were here, but we've been told that Dean's here a lot and he chats to all of the customers. Our kids also enjoyed the cooling sprays a bit too much.
Jude, how much did you get sprayed?
Lots.
Was it fun?
It's not a water park.
If you can't decide which tasting room or restaurant to choose, you can go to all of them if you're here on the right weekend.
We've been sent on a food tasting called the Taste of Temecula. It happens twice a year, once in the summer and a special one at Christmas time. You get to go to all the local little eateries around here and try a sample of their best cuisine. They also do some wine tasting too. Off for some sliders at Bailey's. Don't mind if I do.
It's real tasty, I don't know.
Every venue has a unique sample of their menu. From posh amuse-bouches to authentic Mexican, divine chocolate-covered strawberries, and don't forget the wine tasting.
I like smoky ones. It's a good one. Cheers.
That I've lost somehow, somewhere.
The food tour not only gave us flavours in our mouths, but also a taste of each local restaurant's character and charm.
On a Sunday morning, a sad walk.
The independent restaurants aren't just in Old Town. We found Oscar's Brewing Company, which was really good. It had a view of a lake and a park that looked very inviting at sunset. There's also a unique war memorial here where we spent a bit of time too. Now, we couldn't leave Temecula without going to at least one winery. When we were last here, we met up with Josh from California Through My Lens, where we went to Wilson Creek. We'll link to that video at the end. This time, we tried out a smaller family-run vineyard. Peltzer Farm and Winery is a really laid-back experience. It's rustic and fresh, and they have games for the kids and adults to play. It really sums up our chilled, family-friendly weekend in Temecula. Let us know your favourite spots here in the comments. Our California adventure continues. Where shall we go next? See ya.